What do we got here, bloke? Dunno. 57 Chev. And what are we going to do today?
We're going to make it less not shiny.
Probably can't hear you back there, but what we're going to do is make this less not shiny.
Less not shiny.
Less not shiny for as cheap as possible.
We're going to wet rub it.
Wet rub it.
With a couple of grades. We're going to hit it with the mop with some fairly aggressive cutting compound.
Yep.
Because I think that this is at least 20-year-old acrylic that's never been polished in its life.
It looks pretty, like it's really flat. And you did a test panel, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a real quick one.
Jeez. So have a look at that. I don't know if the light's any good, but have a look at that compared to that. And that was a bit of low effort, wasn't it?
That was probably a grand total of about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So if that's what we can achieve in 2 minutes, imagine what we can achieve in 2 hours.
Yeah, well, it's a big car.
Yeah, that's true. That is a lot of vehicle.
Here, Tom, I need the water, mate.
Need the water in here? Can I borrow the water for just a moment?
Nah, anything.
Tom's going to help us. Tom knows all.
So
Tom is
squirt,
full.
Squirt right
And you
here.
squirt. That's it. Good job.
Just like that.
Good job, mate.
So, what you've got to do is you've got to listen, and you've got to feel the drag change. So you'll be like, not really dragging, not really dragging, not really dragging, starting to drag, more effort required. So as soon as it gets that point where more effort is required, stop.
Okay.
That's enough.
All right. We can do that. Wipe it.
So once you've done just a little bit, you can just wipe it off, and you can feel it, and you'll feel it feels much different to that over there.
How does it feel, Tommy?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
So just go around and just get to that point, and then we'll go around
Yep.
with the 1500.
Yep.
And take it down towards flat. That's 800.
800. We've got 1500.
1500, and we've actually got some 2000, but I don't think we're going to use that today.
So we'll just hit it with the 1500.
We'll just hit it with the 1500.
Yep. Okay. And the same thing. We'll just rub.
Yep. You can't feel the difference between 800 and 1500 just by sanding it.
Righto.
You've got to look.
Yeah, that's really fine, isn't it?
It is.
Like motor spray made in China, where all the best stuff comes from.
Bingo. So you can see this bit here, right?
Yep.
I hit that with a tiny little bit last night, just a little bit of 800.
Oh yeah, you can just see how much it's cleaned it up.
But you can see that still lots of witness marks there. You can see there's still some spots here. As you get towards the curve here, there's still a bit of grain in it.
Yeah.
So
I can see between here and there.
Yeah.
How much? Well, that's flat.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get a bit of
Yeah.
A bit more, Tom.
shine about it.
So what we've got some 1500 here.
Yep.
So I'm going to go just like this. I'm pretty comfortable without using a block.
Yep.
Particularly in something like this where it's not a gun barrel straight car.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give him a load of water. And I'm going to be quite calculated about how much I'm doing. Hear the sound difference?
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's starting to grab. It sounds like it's grabbing.
Yeah. A little bit more. I can get up on this edge here a bit. Yeah, there's lots of people who'll tell you that you shouldn't do straight lines. But I'll challenge someone to do a side of an angle like this in a circle.
Yeah. I mean, have a look at that fender line. So this cloth is that's as yellow as it's ever going to be.
Yep. Because now it's about to be red.
There we go.
So now.
And we just get custom-made patina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smooth.
So you remember what it looked like before? There's lots of scratches.
Yeah.
Lots of scratches, and there was a whole heap of dimples. Now we've still got a few little dimples, and you know what? That's just fine.
You're okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, you can. So there's the little dimples, or the.
That's it. So because this is acrylic,
And that's flat.
it's really easy to burn. We don't need to make it 100% dead flat. We just want to bring it down so that it's relatively smooth.
So we can hit it with the buff.
So we can hit it with the buff and let the buff do the work.
All right. So that's
what we're going to do.
All right. So I just got to go for that. So essentially,
Can you bring back the...
when these little marks go,
Yep. So like we've done that little bit there, we'll move on to the next bit. Done that little bit there, we'll go on to the next bit. We'll just work our way all the way around the car.
Come on.
that sounds good. Let's roll. All right, we're finished. Well, I've finished rubbing back this garb in 1000 grit, and it took a little while. It's okay. It's all about learning experience.
Can't rush these things.
Can't rush these things. And if you have a look, that looks pretty flat. I'm pretty happy with how that turns out. And it gets the Knackers Racing seal of approval. Yep, good. That's all I'm after. So what's our next step? We're going to hit it with hit some juice and...
Yep. So in the theory of, let's just see what we can do and see how this comes out.
All right.
We've got a well-worn foam buffing pad. One of the quite firm ones designed for cutting.
Yep.
We've got some
What's our sauce?
Fairclough G3, which is a cutting compound that's primarily designed for modern 2K products.
Okay.
So it's a fairly slow breakdown product.
Yep.
Which means it's good for removing material.
Yep.
Otherwise known as good for getting out scratches. This could be good. This could be terrible. But we'll give it a shot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with a little bit of water.
Yep.
Because the #1 killer for paint is heat. And what we have here is a giant heat-making machine. So we're going to give it a little sprinkle.
Yep.
Like that. We're going to get some of this cutting compound right here.
Sauce her up.
Sauce her up like that. You can hold that one for me, Jack.
Good job.
Righto. And now we're going to get stuck into it. What we're going to do is we're going to fling shit everywhere.
All right, watch out. You want to stand back here? That's it. What was that, mate? That looks good. You reckon it's going to look good? Yeah. So you putting much pressure on that? No. So you just letting the...
Basically just holding it against it.
Yeah. So you're letting the machine and the pad do all the work. And it's not very high. You haven't got that cranked up either.
I'm on 1.
There you go.
This one doesn't go to 11.
Doesn't go to 11.
Does go to 10. It doesn't go to 11.
So that's one pass, and have a look at it. You're pretty popular around these parts, bloke.
Yeah, there's a high demand for my services. Yes, mate. There's plenty of scratches still in that.
Yeah.
There's lots of defects in that paint. Lots and lots of dents and bits of dirt and all that sort of stuff. But when this car drives past you at 40 k's an hour, you don't see any of that.
No.
All you see is shiny red Chev.
We've got a discovery here. What's this?
I've just found 1957 cup holders.
There you go. Who would have thought that you had cup holders in 57?
And one for the driver,
The driver has the biggest can.
second passenger, and
the
third
third
passenger.
passenger.
That's awesome.
I'm going to have a go at my buffer now and get in on the lower part of the front guard and try to make it as shiny as that. I'm really impressed with how that came up. That looks so nice. Just from where it was to where it is. And I know that it's just what's done, but I have never had a opportunity to wet sand a car or sand a car and then get the shine happening. So this is pretty cool. The Knackers are just going over a couple of more bits. I don't use a rotary very often. I don't have one myself. But you just got to be comfortable with the tool you're using. And I was a bit conservative on applying pressure and getting in there. It's not my car. I don't want to knacker it. If you haven't done this before, take your time.
Yeah.
And preferably do it on something that's not yours.
Yeah.
But take your time. You're not going to get this right first go. But on something like this, it's good to be with someone that's got a bit more experience on body work, and they can show you what to do and what not to do, and how not to stuff up someone else's car. Look good?
I'm happy.
Yeah, looks real good.
Now, if you could just go around and do the other
rest of the
7/8 of the car, that'd be great.
Right. This is the part where I leave. No, that looks fantastic. Obviously, there's still a lot more to do on this car, and it's probably going to take a fair bit more elbow grease than what we've just done this morning. But hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of what you can achieve with some really basic products and some basic tools. And if you're going to try it, like I said, do it with someone with a bit more experience than you, so you can A, learn off them, and B, don't stuff up their car. But just having a look from back here, the difference is night and day. It looks really, really good. So I'm excited to see what this looks like when it's all done, and we'll probably come back and do a revisit to this. There'll be suspension work, there'll be lots of sparks, and there'll be hopefully a big block dropped in there. But not an LS.
No LS.
No LS.
Yeah, no LS, no barrow.
There you go. Well, hope you've enjoyed that. And thank you very much for watching. If you want to see some more car stuff on normal cars, old cars, and fun cars, stay tuned and hit subscribe and make sure you don't miss out. See you next time. We've got Jack here. Jack, you going to show us what you've just drawn here?
It's this.
It's that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you want to take me through some of the features of the car? It's a bit bright, so it might not come up on
What's
the
it
thing.
got on the front there? What's it got in its engine bay?
It's a turbo.
It's a turbo.
Bug catcher. That's a turbo. That's a charger.
Yeah.
A battery, and then that's a supercharger.
Awesome.
So it's both turbocharged and supercharged.
That's awesome.
Now, Jack, how old are you?
5.
And Tom, we all know how old you are, mate. 4. So you boys are already thinking about dual charging your mum's 57 Chevy. You two are going to be troubled when you get your license, I reckon. But how good is that?
You reckon it's going to take that long?